Let first J0 L Laplace of J0 t is equal to 1 upon under root of 1 plus s square. Call it as phi of s. Okay. Now we have to find out first, we have to use first L of f of at. This change of scalar property. Laplace of f of at is equal to 1 upon a, this number, phi of s upon a. This is the property we have already studied. Here f of t is equal to this J0t. Okay. That's why Laplace of J0 at means just 1 upon a phi of s upon a, means phi of s is this, our Laplace of J0t. Now put the values. A value is a here only, 1 upon a phi of, everywhere replace s by a here. Here only s is there, that's why we have to replace this s by a. Okay, that means the answer is 1 upon under root 1 plus this rest of the terms as it is, and s is equal to s by a bracket square. Now simplify this because we are going to use properties afterwards. 1 upon a as it is, 1 upon this under root 1 plus s square upon s square. Now cross multiply. 1 upon a 1 upon this s square plus s square upon s square. This s square come out from the root as a and go to the numerator. And this a gets cancelled, we get answer 1 upon s square plus s square. Call it as phi 1 of s. Now we already use phi, that's why phi 1, phi 2 and so on, we already know this. This is Laplace of J0 at. Now our first question is we have to find out Laplace of t into J0 at. Okay, that means we have to use multiply by t property. That's why Laplace of t you have to write a whole property as this also. This is our original property. N value is 1 here. Laplace of t raised to n, f of t is equal to minus 1 upon minus 1 raised to n, the nth derivative of this Laplace phi of s. Okay, now use this property here. T raised to n value is 1. Okay, that's why Laplace of t into J0 at. J0 at is your f of t, and whose Laplace already we have denoted as phi 1. Okay, we call it as phi 1. That's why this property becomes minus 1 raised to 1 first derivative of phi 1. Okay, this is multiply by t property. Now put the values everywhere. Minus 1 raised to 1 minus divide s of phi 1 is this whole term. Okay, now to find out we have to find out derivative of this. That's why whenever root is there or raised to power is there, we have to make sure it comes to numerator. That's why rest of the terms as it is, minus divide s, a square plus a square raised to, it is minus half. Okay, now apply x raised to n derivative here. Okay, that's why minus as it is minus half. What is x raised to n derivative? N into x raised to n minus 1. That's why what is the value of n here? Minus half. That's why we have to apply this derivative here first. Minus half, this bracket raised to minus half, minus 1 is minus 3 by 2. But it is not only x, it is some term. That's why we have to multiply its derivative by chain rule. It is a chain rule. What is my derivative of this with respect to s? A square derivative is a constant, derivative is 0. S square derivative is only 2s. Okay. This we already done so many times in multiply by t property. Okay. Minus minus, now simplify. Minus minus plus, 2 gets cancelled. This means s into s square plus s square raised to minus 3 by 2. That is minus 3 by 2 comes in the denominator as a positive index. S upon s square plus s square raised to 3 by 2 is the answer for our first question. Okay, now move to second question. Second question, we have to find out Laplace of e raised to minus at J0 at. Okay, that means we have to use exponential property here, and J0 at Laplace we have to find, which we have which already we have done phi 1. Okay, that means this step we don't need to repeat here. Now first write down the property which we are going to use, that is Laplace of exponential property. E raised to, what is the index? Minus index is there, that's why I write down the property for minus index. The Laplace of e raised to minus at f of t, it becomes phi of s plus a. What is phi of s? This function's Laplace. What is this function's now here? J0 at, whose Laplace we already denote as phi 1 of s. That's why answer for this becomes phi 1 of s plus a. Okay, this is the answer. Simple. What is phi 1 of s plus a? Just replace s by s plus a in phi 1 here. That's why it becomes 1 upon under root a square plus this s becomes s plus a square as it is. The rest of the terms as it is. Now simplify this square, that is a square plus s square plus 2as plus this a square as it is. Okay, or this a square as it is. Now a square becomes 2a square. Okay, this is the most simplified answer for second question. Now let us see next example. Third question. Third question, we have to find out value of the integration. That's why how we calculate integration value in Laplace. This one, first step, let I be the that integration. Okay, that is our regular first step. Let I is equal to integration 0 to infinity j0 t dt. Okay, second step is we have to write down the original definition of Laplace, which is in terms of integration. That means we know Laplace transform of f of t is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st ft dt. Call this as 2. Now comparing, next step is we have to compare these two. Now comparing 1 and 2, what we get? This I is nothing but Laplace transform of which function? F of t. What is f of t here? j0t. Rest of the terms as it is. That's why comparing these two, f of t means j0t. Okay, Laplace transform of j0t, where e raised to function is not there, exponential function is not there. That means we have to put s value is equal to 0. Okay, this is the third step. Now what is Laplace of j0t, which is already given in the example? Write down 1 upon 1 plus s square and we have to write put the value of s in this term. S is equal to 0. What is the answer for that? 1 upon 1, that is 1. Okay, now fourth example is also same. We have to find out the integration. First step is same. Let I is equal to this integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus 3t into t into j0 4t dt. And we know Laplace of second step as it is, L of ft is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st ft dt. Now comparing these two, what is I? I means value of integration is nothing but Laplace transform of ft. What is ft? The function which is attached to exponential. What is the function attached to this exponential? T into j0 4t. And value of s is 3. If minus 3 is there, take plus 3. If plus 3 is there, take minus 3. It is a regular process. We have done already so many times. Now that means we have to find out first Laplace transform of t into j0 4t. Okay, now we have already calculate Laplace transform of j0 at in same example. What is that? Here. Okay, which is our phi 1 answer, right? Don't repeat these things in same example, just write down as it is. What is that? We know Laplace transform of j0 at is nothing but 1 upon under root a square plus s square. Okay, now we have to find out Laplace transform of j0 4t. We have Laplace transform of j0 at. That means we have to put, if you find out Laplace transform of this term, we have to put a value is equal to 4 in this answer. Okay, that's why put a is equal to 4 in this above answer. What we get? Laplace transform of j0 4t, which is equal to under root of 1 upon under root of s square. Take s square first plus a means 4 square is 16. Okay, this is the Laplace transform of j0 4t. Now we have to use multiply by t property. Write down the multiply by t property first. Now Laplace transform of t, you can write total property as it is. Laplace transform t raised to n ft is minus 1 raised to n and then derivative of phi of s. What is phi of s? This function's Laplace. Now what is our function? j0 4t. That's why Laplace transform of t into j0 4t becomes minus 1 raised to 1. N value is 1 everywhere. D by ds, that is first derivative of phi of s. That means this function's Laplace, that is this function. Okay, you can use phi 1, phi 2, phi 3 and so on. Okay, this self understood term. Now simplify. Minus as it is, derivative of take in the numerator minus half Again same apply, s raised to n derivative here, minus as it is, minus half into this bracket raised to minus half minus 1, that is minus 3 by 2, into this bracket derivative multiply, that is 2s. Okay, now simplify this term, minus minus cancel, 2 gets cancelled, this s into this bracket raised to 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2 as it is. That's why answer for this is I is equal to, now put this value here. What is our original equation? Finding out I value. That's why put this value in equation number 3. What we get? I is equal to this term, that is this Laplace as it is, and yes value we have to put 3. Okay, put yes everywhere 3 here. Calculate on the calci, you get 3 upon 125. Okay. Now let us see some special examples here. Okay, this is the end of this first chapter. This is the biggest chapter of M3 syllabus. Now let us see some special example which are some sort of different from the regular ones. Special example number 97th example. Evaluate this integration. What is integration? 0 to infinity e raised to minus t. Error function of root t. Error function of root t we already see. We already know its Laplace. We have to mug up the Laplace of special functions. Error function of root t dt is equal to, we have to find out, evaluate or show that. Both way. We have to find out this answer should be 1 upon root 2. Okay. The first step of evaluation of integration is let I is equal to this integration as it is, call it at 1. Now we know second step is Laplace transform definition, call it as 2. Now comparing these two, what we get? I is nothing but Laplace transform of f t means the function attached to exponential, that is error function of root t, with s value is here 1. Minus 1 means plus 1. Okay, opposite of that. Now what is Laplace transform of error function of root t? You have to mug up this term, 1 upon s under root of s plus 1. This we have already studied. Okay, put s is equal to 1, we get 1 upon 1 into 1 plus 1, that is 1 upon root 2. If this example is for 2 marks or 3 marks, you can directly use this. If this example is 4 marks or more than 4 marks, you have to calculate error functions Laplace. Already we have done this. Okay, that step also you have to write this. If this is for 4, 5 or even if it is asked for 3 marks also, you have to explain this, or you have to derive this first. Okay. Okay, now next example, 98th example, we have to find Laplace transform of this function. F of t is equal to, it is given in the interval form. Whenever function is given in the interval of form, either we have used there are two methods to find out this Laplace. First we have to convert this into unit step function, then finding out the Laplace, or simply we can use the standard definition of Laplace which is given in the integration form. This one is easiest one. Okay, if it is given in the example itself that you have to convert this function first in unit step function, then finding out this Laplace, then you have to go by unit step function derivations or process. Here nothing is given, that's why we have to use we are going to use the easiest one, that is the original definition of Laplace, which is very easy. Now we know the original definition of Laplace is Laplace of f of t is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus s t f t dt. Now we have to put value of function here. What is function in the given? In the interval form. What is this interval means? Suppose this is our 0, this is our infinity, this is our original interval throughout the Laplace, because Laplace in the definition of Laplace itself, lower limit is 0, upper limit is infinity. Nothing to do with the negative values. Now function is divided into 2. Which one is 0 to t? Suppose here capital T is there, suppose. Okay, in 0 to t, function value is t upon root t, and t greater than capital T means the values are greater than capital T means this side, means t to infinity. Okay, value of function is 1. Use this diagram here. The integration be split into two integrations. First one is 0 to t, and put the function value as t by t dt as it is, rest of the terms as it is, plus second one is t to infinity. Okay, and function value is 1 here. Okay, now we have to just simplify this integrations and take constant outside. Capital T except small t, every term is a constant, like yes, capital T are constant. That's why we have to take it outside from the integration. This yes we cannot take outside because it is attached to t. Okay, this t we can take outside from the integration, that is 0 to t. Integration becomes, take t first, t into e raised to minus st dt. You have to use u into v rule here. We already done this so many times. Okay, plus integration of e raised to minus st, we know this. Okay, this is your homework. Answer for this question is 1 upon s square t into bracket 1 minus e raised to minus s capital T. Okay, now here some more examples are there for homeworks. 99 example for homework. Prove that Laplace transform of e raised to 3t into error function of root t is equal to 1 upon this. Here you have to use exponential property for error function of root t. Okay, and a value is 3. Now 100th question, this is also homework. Okay, find Laplace transform of this total term. This total term is Laplace transform of this plus Laplace transform of this. In this Laplace, which property we have to use? Laplace transform of integration property, and in that also we have to use division by t property. This is the biggest example. Okay, in exam they can ask for this addition of properties, all properties. Okay, plus t into, we have to find out Laplace of this, means multiply by t and exponential property both are there. That means we have to first use multiply by t property, then exponential property. Okay, for cos square t Laplace. What do you mean by cos square? How to find out cos square Laplace? We have to use cos square x or cos square t formula first, 1 plus cos 2t upon 2. Here 2t is there, that's why cos square 2t is nothing but 1 plus cos double angle, that is 4t by 2. You have to start from this formula for this answer, and answer for this is given 1 upon s cot inverse s and rest of the terms. You have to tell that. Okay, now consider the last example of this chapter. (101) example. Find Laplace transform of f of t. F of t is given in modulus or magnitude of mod of, in short mod, we call it as mod, this bar as mod. Okay, what is mod value? Mod 2 value is 2. For example, mod 2 is 2 and mod of minus 2 is also 2, because we neglect the minus sign inside the mod sign. Okay, we have to find out now Laplace transform of this function, where function is given as f of t is mod of t minus 1 plus mod of t plus 1 for t greater than 0. Okay, now first we have to write the mod value, mod function definition. This is a mod function definition. What is that? We know mod of x is a normal x variable. Mod x is equal to interval, it is given in the interval, minus x if x less than 0, and if it is positive x if x greater than 0. Okay, this is the original definition of modulus function or mod function. If you put mod minus 2 here, for example, if you put mod of minus 2 here, what is become? Minus 2 value is plus 2 mod value. If you put it here, what we get? Minus of minus 2 if it is x is less than 0, that means 2, and if it is mod 2, it becomes 2 only for x greater than 0. It is the basic definition of mod value. Now here, if you find out Laplace of this function, we have to remove this mod, and if you observe this function, number 1 is there. That's why we have to find out how the function treat around the point 1. Okay, now suppose this is 0, this is infinity, and suppose this is 1 here. Okay, now we have to define this function again for these intervals. Suppose in between 0 to 1, how this function act. For example, suppose in between 0 less than t less than 1. Okay, then suppose mod t minus 1 and mod t plus 1 value we have to find out both values. Mod of t minus 1 for t between 0 to 1, that means t lies between 0 to 1 means t is a fraction number which is less than 1. That means if suppose mod value any value from this interval, if we put in this mod value, it becomes minus number. That means for x less than 0, this term is a minus x. Using this definition of mod, what we write is mod of t minus 1 becomes minus of x, means minus of t minus 1. Because t minus 1 is a less than 0 for t between 0 to 1. If t lies between 0 to 1, that means t is a less than 1. That's why this term becomes minus. That's why we have to use this first interval. The answer for this is minus t minus plus 1. That means in between this interval, this function or this term becomes minus t plus 1. Now this term is a positive one. That means t plus 1 becomes x greater than, for x greater than 0. This x mod x becomes mod x only. That's why mod of t plus 1 becomes t plus 1. Okay. Now add these two. The function becomes, for this interval, function f of t becomes this plus this. That means minus t plus 1 plus t plus 1. Minus t plus t gets cancelled. Minus plus 1 plus 1, that is 2. That means function value in this interval is 2. Now we have to see the function value for greater than this interval, greater than 1. Okay, now for t greater than 1, then this function mod of t minus 1 is a positive one, because t greater than or equal to 1 means this becomes positive. Okay, that's why the positive value, for positive value, mod x becomes mod x, x value only. That's why mod of t minus 1 is equal to t minus 1 only. It is a positive one. And mod of t plus 1 is again a positive number. That's why it becomes t plus 1 only. Here is the only difference. Okay, now function in this interval becomes mod of t minus 1 plus mod of t plus 1 becomes t minus 1 plus t plus 1. 1 gets cancelled, answer is 2t. That means around this point we define this function as function f of t is equal to, it becomes 2 for 0 between t between 1, and it is 2t for t greater than or equal to 1. This is the most important steps for the example. Okay, now we have to find out what is our question, Laplace transform. We have to find out Laplace transform of this function, means we have to use original function, original Laplace definition, that is L of ft, that is we know now. L of ft is integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus est ft dt. Now 0 to infinity, interval split into 2, 0 to 1, value is 2, and 1 to infinity means t greater than 1, value is 2t. Okay, now this integral split into 2. Function value, first function value is 0 to 1, in 0 to 1 is 2, and in 1 to infinity is 2t. Okay, now this integration is very easy. Take constant outside, 2 outside, here e raised to minus st integration only. Here 2 outside, t into e raised to minus st is u into v rule again. This is your homework. Okay, now simplify this. Answer for this question is this. You have to tally that. Okay, now note, one note is there. In some objective they can ask for this also. Laplace of a raised to t. This is one formula only. You have to just remember that. Laplace of a raised to t is a1 upon s minus log of this number, log a. For example, Laplace of 5 raised to t means 1 upon s minus log 5, or Laplace of 4 raised to t means 1 upon s minus log 4. This is the one formula, basic formula. They can ask for objective also. Okay, now consider, let us see now. First chapter is over. Okay, we are going to conduct one test based on these chapters. Okay, I will declare the dates afterwards. Now first chapter is over. You have to submit all the assignments with all sections. Okay, till today only I have already told you. Now let us see the next chapter, that is inverse Laplace transform. Second chapter name is inverse Laplace transform. First chapter we have studied Laplace transform. What do you mean by inverse function? Just it is like sine inverse, cos inverse. For example, suppose value of sine x is equal to y. Okay, this is one function, y is equal to sine x. Suppose if you take sine on that side, what it becomes? X is equal to sine inverse y. This is a sine function and this is called sine inverse function. Like that only. If suppose, consider first definition of this. Let f of t be any function, okay, regular f of t, such that L of ft is equal to phi of s. This is our original assumption for each and every property in Laplace. Okay, now take this L on that side, what it becomes? L inverse. That means L inverse of phi of s becomes f of t is the only inverse Laplace transform of phi of s. Now in this chapter everywhere we have to find out in Laplace transform, and the function is in terms of t, and answer for every question is in terms of s. Now here in inverse Laplace transform, for question itself consists of s only. Question is in terms of s and answer is in terms of, answer should be in terms of t. Everything gets reversed, even properties also and formulas also. If you remember Laplace formula, then inverse Laplace formula you can easily construct. You don't need to mug up all this formula. How they come? Let us see. These are basic. In Laplace also there are 7 formulae. In this chapter also there are 7 formulae. Just take the inverse of Laplace. For example, what is Laplace of 1? We know 1 by s. That's why 1 by s inverse is 1. Like that only. What is Laplace of e raised to at? 1 upon s plus a. That's why 1 upon s plus a inverse is e raised to minus at. If plus is there, you have to take minus. What is Laplace of e raised to at? 1 upon s minus a. That's why inverse of 1 upon s minus a is e raised to at. You have to just think inverse, reverse way. Okay, this is not so difficult. Okay, this chapter is also so small, not like Laplace transform. Okay, there are only 3 to 4 properties including all examples. Okay, now what is sine at Laplace? Laplace a upon s square plus s square. This a is a constant, that's why 1 upon s square plus s square's inverse is 1 by a sine at. What is cos at Laplace? S upon s square plus a. That's why s upon s square plus s square's inverse is cos at. Whenever in numerator s is there, there is cos. Okay. Now, what is these terms? These are numerator negative sign is there. That means they are hyperbolic functions. If numerator numerator contains s and denominator contains minus sign, that means it is a cos hyperbolic at. Okay. What is 1 upon? This is sine hyperbolic, and you have to don't forget this 1 by a term. Okay, because sine numerator contains a, that's why that a takes on that side, we get 1 by a everywhere whenever sine is there. Okay, in the numerator plus is there, normal sign is there. If numerator consists minus, they are hyperbolic functions. Okay, these are the only formulas. Now last formula is, we know this you have to how they come. Let me show you. We know what is that? Laplace transform of t raised to n. Okay, we have two formulas. Laplace transform of t raised to n is, first one is n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. Here gamma n plus 1 upon s raised to n plus 1. These are the two formulas. Now we have to find out L inverse on that side. What we get? L inverse of this n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1 becomes t raised to n. Take L on that side as a L inverse. Rest of the terms as it is. Here also, now complete this first. Now this is a constant, that's why take on this side. We get L inverse of 1 upon s raised to n plus 1 becomes t raised to n upon n factorial. Okay, this is a formula for L inverse of 1 upon s raised to n plus 1. But in the example they don't ask for find Laplace of L inverse of 1 upon s 2 plus 1. They don't ask like that. Okay, they will ask for L inverse of 1 upon s cube directly. Understand? That's why we have to convert this n plus 1 into only n. If n plus 1 convert into n, what it becomes? 1 upon s raised to n here, and everywhere n plus 1 we replace n. That means one number less than n in n. That's why it becomes t raised to n minus 1, one number less, upon n minus 1 factorial. This is the formula for 1 upon s raised to n. First formula in factorial when n is whole number or integer. Okay, t raised to n minus 1, n minus 1 factorial. Now second one in gamma, this one. Take L on that side. What we get? L inverse of gamma n plus 1 upon s raised to n plus 1 becomes t raised to n. Now take gamma n plus 1 on that side. We get L inverse of 1 upon, because this is constant, okay, we cannot take variable outside. S raised to n plus 1 is equal to t raised to n upon gamma n plus 1. Now again we have to convert this into simply n. What would be? It becomes 1 upon s raised to n here. One number less from n, it becomes n raised to n minus 1 upon one number less means gamma n. This is the second formula for gamma. Okay, remember this only. This you can construct from Laplace, but this you don't need to construct every time. That's why you just mug up this. Okay, first one for integers like 2, 3, 4 and so on, t raised to n minus 1 upon n minus factorial in terms of factorial. And second one is in terms of fraction. If n is fraction, you have to use this formula. For both formula, numerator is same. Remember, t raised to n minus 1, t raised to n minus 1. For gamma only gamma n. For factorial, just one number less or same as t raised to n minus 1. Okay. Now let us see some basic formulas so that you can understand. First, find the inverse. What is the question now? Throughout the chapter, find the inverse Laplace transform of. That will be the question. Okay. Find inverse Laplace transform of number 1. N inverse of, that means inverse 1 upon s plus 2. What is in the formula? Where is the formula? This one. That's why 1 upon a here 2. What is a value? 2. That's why 1 upon s plus 2 Laplace is inverse is e raised to minus 2t. What is L inverse of 1 by s? Here 1. What is L inverse of 1 upon s raised to 4? Means this formula. N value is 4. That means first formula. T raised to 4 minus 1 upon 4 minus 1 factorial. That means t cube upon 3 factorial. You can write this directly, okay, instead of this. You can skip this in every example. That is t cube upon 3 factorial. What is 3 factorial? 6. Okay. Now L inverse of 1 upon s minus 4 is this formula. A value is 4, e raised to plus 4t. Now L inverse of 1 upon s square plus 4 here. Okay, a square means 16, that means a means 4. Answer is 1 by 4 sine 4t, same number 4t angle. Okay, now this s upon s square minus 4 is of course hyperbolic, and in numerator s is there, that's why it is cos hyperbolic. A value is 4th root 2t. Okay, now here 1 upon s square minus 2 is this formula. what is a square here? 2. That's where what is a? Under root of 2. Okay, you have to work on that. 1 upon under root of 2 sine hyperbolic, because minus sign is there, root 2, same number t. Now s upon s square plus 25. This is this formula. What is 25 is a square. What is a? 5. That's why it is for cos 5t. Now this 1 upon s raised to 3 by 2. Now you have to use gamma formula here. What is n value? 3 by 2. Put here, what we get? T raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 upon gamma 3 by 2. And we already know how gamma function get calculated. T raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 is t raised to half. Gamma 3 by 2 is nothing but take minus 1 from 3 by 2. What we get? Half and gamma half. Okay. We already studied in detail in first chapter. Okay. Now take this 2 on upper side in the numerator, and gamma half value is, we know, root pi. And this is t raised to half means root t. You can write it as 2 root t upon root pi. Okay.